Doubt. Doubt is something that I've seen stop you from achieving your goals. And what is doubt and how do you fight doubt? And these are like things like I wish I would have been told when I was younger, but I didn't really have anybody really guide me through that. So hopefully this is for younger me. And if you're in a position where like you keep on having these negative thoughts or doubt or like I'm not good enough, I can't do this. Uh First off, don't let it control you because we're like what even is doubt? Like it's just a little voice in your head. It's doubt is your mind trying to take care of you. It's like I want to jump this river and doubt's going to be like, "Well, what if you fall and die?" Which back in the olden days or whatever, like in the past, like, "Hey, I want to walk through this ice bridge." It's like you might fall through. It was a survival mechanism. It wants us to do the least amount of work to ensure we survive. But nowadays in the modern era, like we don't we're not out hunting as much unless you're a homesteader or living on the wilderness, but like most people live in cities and towns in modern day, at least USA, we don't suffer those things anymore. We've got ourselves out. You don't have to worry about having a roof over your head, about freezing to death by the most part, hunger, where am I gonna even poop? Like these things are all solved for us. So now our brain's trying to find like little things, and it multiplies it times 10 because we don't have anything else to worry about. So your problems in the grand scheme of things aren't that big, but because you've never dealt with anything this big, like a 6-year-old breaking their favorite toy is the worst thing that's happened to them in their life. And it's kind of hard to explain to them like it's not that bad when it's the worst thing that's happened to them in their life. So same thing to you. Something that might happen to me, to you might not seem very like crazy because you're numb to it, or it's like, yeah, happened to me already. Get through it. But you're on the other side. I'm barely going through. Vice versa. For me, like I see people struggling with doubt, and it's like they'll get like super anxious, or they'll get analysis paralysis. They'll like look at this and like, what if I do this? 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 And they just don't end up making a decision. And years later, months, years, or whatever pass, and they're like, oh, like I wish I would have done the thing. And then it's like, why didn't you? You had the ability to do it. Why didn't you go through with it? And when it comes down, I think it's more like doubt is a big thing. And again, doubt, I think of it not as like I am doubtful. I'm a doubtful person. I don't like even say that about myself. Doubt is, I see it like a vampire. A vampire has to knock at your door and ask for permission to be let in. But if you let him in, he's gonna kill you. That's how I see doubt. So whenever hear your little voices like you're not good enough or whatever, like me making these videos, I know they suck dick. I'm aware of it. I'm proud of the audio I can do better, the video can do better, room, like I know I can do better, but I don't know how right now. I know it can be better, I just don't know how it can be better. So the best route is like, let me just start posting these at least like one every couple days, put my thoughts, practice looking into the camera, practicing talking to the ear, and slowly that doubt has been shaved off because now I'm proving to myself that I can do it. And my end goal with this was just I feel more comfortable just doing videos and hopefully transfer some of the knowledge I've gained to you if you so want it. Not saying I'm a guru, you should fucking listen to what I'm saying. I'm just a fucking random dude. But again, this is helping me prove to myself that I can do it. And again, like you don't have to like do whatever the thing may be. Like if you want to start going to the gym, just start going. You don't have to go for, like when I first started going to the gym, I'd go for maybe 20 minutes. Maybe. I'd go, I was nervous. I was like, I don't know how to use these machines. Like this place like is kind of weird. I don't know how to dress. I don't know how to like there was so many unknowns. So you're like, okay, what's my biggest fear? This. Okay, then let me just fix this. My biggest thing was like, I don't know if I'm doing the exercise correctly. Let me go watch YouTube. And I would watch tons of videos on how to do a specific exercise. I looked up it was a whole training regimen. It was like free. It was like a 6-week program. And I was like, oh, this person knows more than I'm doing. They set it up for me and it's free. I'm gonna follow it. And then I study it, and slowly I learned that. And then they're like, oh, like look at all these other guys wearing this, like these clothing. Where can I get similar stuff? Because this seems comfortable. Because what I'm using right now is like giving me like rashes, or it's just not good. And again, it's a learning process. So it's not that you don't know, you're learning, which was a big like mindset shift I had when I first started with business. I was like, I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I was talking to a mentor, and I think I talked about in the video already. He's like, it's not that you don't know what you're doing, you're learning. Same thing with you. You're learning, but your doubt's gonna be like, oh, you don't even know what you're doing. You suck. You should just quit. And again, you can ignore that little voice. Nobody's saying you have to listen to them. Acknowledge it. I understand, but I'm not gonna let you take over my mind and like, or steer the boat. Which again is like, there's doubt knocking at your door, and it wants to be let in, and it's like, hey, like there's these problems. There's these issues. You need your attention. But you can just be like, no, actually, it's not. And I'm not gonna let you set my house because you're gonna win my peace, or you're gonna distract me from what I really want to do. And that's kind of how I treat it. And I treat it like he's a vampire and he's trying to get to my house. Now, in some cases, doubt is good, but by the most part, whenever doubt comes into my mind, it's very like instant. It's supposed to be like something like, it's serious, it's life or death right now. Don't do this, or if you do this, you're gonna die. You're gonna end up homeless. Nobody's gonna love you anymore. Blah blah blah. Which is obviously an exaggeration, but doubt doesn't see it like that. So again, if you have doubt that's constant, so first you have to like practice identifying it. Like what does it look like to you? For me, doubt was, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, who said you could do this? Like, you look like this, you look like that. You got chubby cheeks, which I know I do. Like, oh, you look like a kid. You know, I'm 24, and it's like again, which maybe some of you thought about it, maybe some of you didn't. But that's something that because I live with this face. I've lived with it for my entire life. I've had this face. So my mind finds minuscule things and it cranks it up to 10. Or when we were like teenagers, when we'd have like acne or whatever. Most kids at school, they're like, oh, he's got acne. Everybody has fucking acne. But in your mind, I was like, I'm fucking disgusting. This is gross. And then you try to like get it and it'd be red, it made it worse. And it was a whole fucking thing. And your doubt would make it worse. And then your self-esteem. And if you have these barriers or these issues or this dilemma that you're constantly dealing with, how the hell are you going to solve the dilemmas in front of you? Whether it be just life in general. Life is messy. People die. Things break down. There's natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires. Your car can break down tomorrow. Your fridge can break down tomorrow. Your roof can get a hole or whatever in it, and it's like your car. And again, it's like all these things. Like life is already tough. Like it's something we can all agree. Like it's not paradise. It's there's issues and there's problems and there's other people which make it even more rough. Why do you make it harder on yourself dealing with your own internal dilemmas too? You can't deal with all the world. You're also fighting your own war inside. And again, it's easier said than done. Takes time. I'm still working on mine, but I just want to put it out there. And if you haven't thought about it, it's like you aren't your doubts. You aren't your doubts. Those beliefs, those ideas, they're not you. Same thing like I'm not my finger. If I chop off my finger, I didn't kill myself. It was just my finger. Same thing about doubt. If I kill my doubt, it's not part of me. It's just like something that was an extension. Or again, part of why I'm doing these videos is to better my communication skills. I've seen sometimes I slur my words or I'm not clear, so I try to pronounce as best as I can. English is my second language, first language is Spanish. So I have this like doubt. It was like, oh, like you can't say things properly, or People aren't gonna take you serious because of your face or whatever. And again, it's whatever you think is your problem. Make sense? I have no control over what you can think, nor you have control over what I think. With that being said, why should I be worried about something that I can't control? Like right now, it's snowing outside. I was planning on walking to the gym, because right now I don't have a car, but I was gonna walk over, and why would I get pissed off at the weather or angry or depressed? It's not gonna do anything. I woke up and I was like, oh, it snowed. Well, can't go today. Let me go film a video. Already here. At home, can't leave right now. Not gonna leave, it's too cold. And again, like, I didn't take it personal. I know some people like, oh, my whole day is ruined, blah blah blah, I gotta shift everything. And then they start going this whirlwind spiral of like destruction and like everything is terrible. Why me? And again, if I try to take that same mentality and try to put it in business, fitness, anything really that you're trying to achieve, I know that person's gonna fail. Even though they might be great, like they might have all the skills and knowledge, but if they have the doubt, they're gonna self-sabotage. And again, ask yourself this: are you self-sabotaging? Like, honestly, do you know that if you really focus, you could achieve this one thing, whatever that one thing might be? Whether it be lose weight, start a business, grow your business, start a new thing, start a new relationship, whatever it may be. That one thing that you're like, if I really, really want to do this, but you have the self-doubt. You remove the self-doubt, then you do the thing, how much happier would it be? Or how much better your life would be? Not even happier, just better. I think I'm probably ranting about this for like another, I don't even know how long I've been recording, like for 2 hours, but we'll keep this short and small. Oh, I had thought, if you smoke weed, I'm not against smoking weed, but I know plenty of buddies that weed is a crutch to them. They say like, oh, it helps me relax, it helps me relax. And I was like, okay, but you smoke it every single day, and when you smoke it, you're completely useless. In the term, like, you can't do anything, you can't create anything, you can't work on anything. Like, you are by all means useless to the world and yourself, because you're not getting anything done. And then they'll be like, oh, I hate my life, I hate my job. And be like, okay, how many other places you applied to? Are you studying to do the new thing? Are you trying to learn skills so you can switch careers or like switch industries? No. What do you do when you get home? Smoke weed. Bro, just like want to grab your fucking head and like just fucking like bang it against the fucking wall, because it's like, if you like, yeah, it'll suck, but your life already sucks. What's the fucking like, what's the issue? What's the issue? Or be like, oh, like blah blah, like, or it's not weed, it's playing video games. They'll come back and they'll play fucking video games for fucking 8 hours, and I'll be like, oh, your level whatever. That's another video. It's like, if you put the amount of effort you put in video games into business, bro. But again, that's for another day. I'll leave it at this. Fuck self-doubt. You have it, learn to identify it, kill it the way I do it. Mike Tyson did it. You could probably YouTube it. Annihilate self-doubt. I think he was talking to the heavyweight MMA fighter, Nyang. I can't, African name, I can't pronounce it properly, but he was like, you have to kill self-doubt, because for him, he was like, he proven that he was one of the best fighters in the world. For you, it's like, you can do things to prove to yourself that you're a decent human and you're committed and you're disciplined. Make your bed, you brush your teeth, you're already disciplined because you already do the same things every day. You just have to change what things you're disciplined about. Which again, discipline's another fucking video. I'll leave it at this. Fuck self-doubt. Find it, fight it, I fight it with saying positive things and proving to myself like, no, I am. Like these are like, I can do this because I'm good enough, and I know I'm good enough because I've done all these other things. I can do this. Or I just like, again, I just completely ignore it. I'm like, nope, like it's too early to tell. But all right, that's it. Bye.